Today we're driving another 2024 ND3 Miata. This is a club with the BBS Brembo Recaro package. Starting price is around 32 grand. As tested, this is 39,000 bucks. The BBS Brembo Recaro is a $4,800 option. So kind of pricey. Let's see if it's worth it though. It looks great.
It does look
Substitute
fantastic.
TheTopher is here.
Hello.
You've been driving this car all week.
Yes, and I've only ever driven prior to this cars that are, I think, Grand Touring spec.
Okay.
So I've never driven the BBS Recaro Club
Yep.
Miata, so it's been a treat.
This is the racer version.
Yeah.
And there are a few changes between this club and the Grand Touring. The Grand Touring gives you a few more creature comforts. We get auto headlights in the Grand Touring. These you can just leave on all the time. Auto climate control. This is just manually adjustable. It's fine, it works, but we still get the Bose sound system in this, which is nice. Let's walk you guys around this car real quick, and then we'll take it for a drive. So the BBS wheels are the same. The Brembo brakes are the same. We have a revised limited slip differential, 205 45 R17 Bridgestone tires, new headlights, new taillights, some suspension tweaks, and a better steering rack. Finally, they gave the Miata some proper steering. It needed it. Deep trunk. It just goes way down there. Not very wide, but usable for a few groceries.
Yeah.
Let's show them the Recaro seats. Seat piping is nice. Good bolstering.
I like how these aren't overly aggressive though. Like these are still seats that you can sit in for long periods of time and not get fatigued.
Yep.
So I think that a Recaro, as a Recaro for the Miata, these are great.
Cool. Show you guys under the hood here really quickly. The ND is just so gorgeous. It's such a stunning design.
You know what? I was thinking that the other day is this car gets a lot of looks.
Yeah.
I mean, for being just a Miata, everybody stares at it.
It's the most expensive Miata ever, but it's the most expensive looking Miata
That's
ever.
right, yeah,
I mean,
that's true.
you know,
Especially in Soul Red.
And the interior is nice. It's luxurious. It's got all the amenities you could need. With a new updated infotainment, it works well. You were driving this earlier this morning with the top down, and I could hear you incredibly clearly on the phone.
Yes.
Yeah. 2-liter, 4-cylinder, revs nice and high, smooth, quiet, fuel efficient, sounds great with an exhaust. What else do you need to know? All right, let's go drive.
I like the little lip kit you get.
I know.
With this package too.
Yeah. This cloth top is really high quality, really nice. And there's a hard part right here to reduce wind buffeting. You can see that represented inside the car.
I love these Recaro seats.
Oh, they're great.
Yeah.
And it's just so quick and easy to throw this top back. We're gonna start the video though with the top up so you guys can hear us squeal with joy.
Us or the tires?
Both.
Okay.
Oh, this is easy. Down for CarPlay. It's fast. It's a quick infotainment.
Yeah.
Touchscreen.
You made it nervous.
Oh well. Maybe not. Well, I guess that's why we have a redundant dial.
Yeah.
We have a new traction control mode,
Yeah, I quite like that.
which shows you a racing flag. That's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's
Let's
fun.
test that out. Still get heated seats. The best shifter in the business. The 6-speed manual is just fantastic.
Yeah, Mazda's had the shifter right since the NA Miata.
Yeah, they really have.
Yeah. I remember back when I had my NA Miata, I took the original shift knob off and put a wood Nardi knob on.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And the shifter didn't feel as good after that because the regular shift knob is weighted so well. And I think a lot of it comes down to just how they weight things in this. And
The weight and the
it's just
shape
felt so good.
is key. Makes the biggest difference. This sounds good.
It does. I love how it's easy to shift this fast too.
It could just be my imagination, but there are some subtle changes here that I didn't expect. I think this sounds better than the ND2s did. There's a bit more engine noise going on here. Maybe it's just been a while. Shift action. suspension feels a bit smoother. And these little mini refreshes within a generation of a Miata development cycle, they do make a difference. You see extra refinements, little interior improvements, NVH changes. And with this revised limited slip differential, it shouldn't see as much snap, lift off, oversteer around a corner. It should just grip a lot better, and that's kind of what you've experienced this week.
Yeah, so actually around the corner, that's literally right up here, that we'll go around at some point. I noticed that, yeah, multiple times. I noticed that there is not that lift-off oversteer anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, I was kind of trying to egg it on to do it, and it just wouldn't do it. So, yeah, they've got this thing dialed.
Oh yeah, it's really good. Nice. This is such a good car.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh man. I'm gonna wait a few years for used prices to come down.
Yeah.
And this is the next one. It's just so fun. It's so perfect. Kind of tight, kind of cramped in here, but once you get yourself snuggled in,
Yeah.
it's okay. No rev hang. The engine is so nice and responsive. It's just an extension of the driver. Horse and rider. Jinba Itai.
Doesn't it just feel perfect around that corner?
Oh, it's just brilliant.
Yeah.
There's maybe a little bit more understeer, but I think you could dial that out with some negative front camber, and a stickier tire would help too. All right, time for the top down.
Which you can do in about 3 seconds.
Oh, it takes no time. That's it. Very little wind buffeting.
Yes, I bet.
Yeah. I don't think I even need my earmuffs. Got them right here on my arm, ready to go, but that's great. These Brembo brakes are fantastic. Ooh, that diff, it rips. Oh, there's so much grip. It still has that initial body roll where it just kind of sets into a corner and rotates around the hips.
Tucks itself in.
It just tucks itself in.
Yeah.
It's just lovely.
The ride's nice too.
It really does. Yeah, it's so smooth. Just enough power, good torque. And if you think it sounds a little bit boring, just go put a $500 exhaust on it, and it's one of the best sounding 4-cylinders on the market. Wakes the car up, changes everything.
Yeah.
I love the suspension, I love the diff, I love the steering. I really wouldn't want to do much else to this car except for maybe put some stickier tires on and track-worthy brake pads. I think the difference now with this new differential is that it puts the power down really well. It figures out where it needs to send that power so that it doesn't oversteer too much, but it just kind of rockets out of a corner a bit better. Corner exit is so much more efficient and effective. It's so balanced. A little bit more safe understeer. That's okay.
I've got just enough bolster from this seat.
Yeah.
For when you're spiritedly driving, I'm not falling into you.
I do like these Recaros. Yeah, I think you have to be about our size to fit pretty well in them. Maybe you could be a little bit wider. Yeah, a little bit bigger. There's some wiggle room in here. Darn near perfect, Christopher.
Yes.
I want one. I don't have the garage space, and I don't want to sell the S2000 just yet.
Yep.
But yes, yes, yes. Mazda just gets it right. Finally. Yeah, and I haven't talked too much about the steering, but that's the biggest thing. I don't even notice the steering anymore because it feels like how it should have all this time. I have steering feel, I have feedback, the weight is perfect. Whereas before, it was way too numb. I didn't get any feel through the wheel.
Yeah.
The Fiat 124 Spider always had slightly better steering than the Miata for some reason.
Interesting.
Although I didn't spend a ton of time in those cars.
I drove one of those once and the power steering was broken.
Oh no.
So I didn't really get to feel the power steering on that.
That's not helpful.
No.
Italian things. That's funny. Oh, this is really, really good. Okay. Well, I guess I'll give you back the keys and you can finish your week in this car.
I'm gonna have to pry them out of your hands.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, I just love every interaction point with this car. It is just perfectly suited and perfectly tuned for the driver. I mean, I really don't know how much more fun it gets for an enthusiast experience with a manual transmission. Like, would you like driving this or the Lotus Emira more?
This.
Or do you like, yeah, okay.
Well,
or is it about equal?
It's about equal, but I think this is easier to drive. This is more satisfying to drive, I think, than that car. So
Emira feels more special, more exotic.
It's tough because there's really not many choices on the new market that make you feel this way.
No. It's a bit. It's in a bit of a class of its own. Like the BRZ is close. It's very different. It's not as raw. It's not as responsive. It feels a little bit sloppier and lazier.
Yeah.
It's maybe a little bit quicker and easier to push and really slide and kind of be a bit of a hoon with. But again, the revisions here for the 24 model year have helped in that regard. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure on track this would just be amazing. So I drove an ND1 with Olin's coilovers on track at Grattan last year, and the suspension just felt perfect. It was so well sorted, so well balanced. This kind of feels similar to that, albeit with maybe a little bit more body roll. And the new screen looks good too.
It does.
Yeah, kind of modernizes this interior a bit. They still have the old knobs down here, but that's okay. Yeah. Reverse camera's a bit tiny, but at least it's high res. It's not like the potato camera they had back there for a few years. And although it beeps a ton of times when you start up the car and don't have your seatbelt on, it's not the annoying Mazda chime that we get and everything else. Yeah.
It's just a beep.
It's just a beep.
My favorite part about the interior and NDs is the body color on the door panels.
I know, it's so cool. It's so cool. Yeah, I would totally polish and ceramic coat that and get it all nice and shiny. Your arm would always be slipping off, but it feels so good.
These taillights look fantastic.
They do look good, yeah. Slightly less phallic for the 24 model year. That's always a good thing. A bit more
I've never noticed
modern,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, I suppose.
So what do you think? Would you, I mean, you haven't driven the new Grand Touring, but you've driven a lot of Grand Tourings. Would you go Grand Touring with some more amenities and luxuries, or would you go club with the seats, with the wheels, the brakes?
I'd go club.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Have not tested the sound system in this yet. I'll do that when I have this car and live with it later this week.
The Bose is really powerful.
Okay.
Top-down driving. It's plenty loud.
Cool.
And it's everything I want in a convertible.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay, well, that's a wrap. It's a good thing you have the keys in your pocket, because you wouldn't be getting them back from me if I had them in mine. Thanks for watching, guys. That's it for this one. We'll see you in the next video. Go check out Substitute Topher's channel at Topher Drives, where you'll be posting. You're posting a video on this, right?
Yes, I just haven't filmed it yet.
Okay.
But yeah.
So excited about this new Miata. I hope they keep this ND3 out for a few more years before they go to the NE generation, because it is just so good. Go out and buy one right now. Buy two, actually. If you have a family with multiple people, get enough Miatas to fit all those people. Just string them together.
That's right.
Yeah.